Hi guys, Marenghi here. I hope you're doing very well. If you haven't already, please push subscribe and then press the bell icon and you'll be told about all my latest videos. So today I want to make a very reassuring video called the top 5 things to do when you are depressed. Credit where credit's due, this was very much inspired by Douglas Block, who has a mental health channel. He's a very good psychotherapist, and I basically stole the information from him, although I'm sure he learned it somewhere, and I'm going to put my own spin in it and pass it on to you. Forgive the rose, it's not some kind of statement, it's just that you would not believe how boring and un-eye-catching this would look without a bit of red. So, number 1, intend to heal. You have to commit to feeling better, if you really want to. You have to want to feel better, which isn't always the case. You have to ask how you can get well to yourself and to other people. You have to set a goal of healing. I'm feeling slightly melancholy as we discuss this because as I learn these things, it struck me just how much I'm failing to live up to them, but hopefully that can change, and I want to pass it on to you guys. Okay, number 2. When you're depressed, you need to reach out. If you've seen my other videos on depersonalization, derealization, you'll know I'm trying to tell a story in new words and very succinctly. I was basically on a bus and at the last minute decided not to go home and kill myself, but to go and check myself into A&E, to reach out, you could call it, for help. Community heals the brain, the organism that you are. So does nature. So does sunshine. So does reading. So does talking, honestly about what's going on with you. Okay, number 3. Physical things like exercise and sleep, and I guess you could say spiritual hygiene like yoga and meditation. Nietzsche said Buddhism should be seen and called a hygiene. The Buddha was the great hygienist. Someone tell me in the comments, please. That'd be quite vacuous, wouldn't it? Lest it be confused with such pitiable phenomena as Christianity, to quote Friedrich Nietzsche. So, some things Douglas recommends, and some non-addictive substances, which I haven't tried, but he recommends for sleep. 3 of them: trazodone, Remron, and Seroco. And they have the advantage of not being addictive, like Valium, say, which I self-medicate with. Okay, tip number 4, create some sort of structure and routine. This can be very hard if you're not working. Very hard to get up at the same time every day because you're not forced to. Tend to slide and vary more. I find undersleeping not as bad as oversleeping. Oversleeping just tires me out amazingly somehow. I don't know how it happens, but what I try and do is I've got, say, 8 things that I need to do every day. Like pull-ups or a jog, or at least a long walk in somewhere rural, a park, or quite lucky to live near Hackney Marshes, though I might be moving soon. Playing the guitar, things like that. You can go to the library, the gym, to see a film, and you'll be enforced to engage with people. You won't isolate, and isolation is the big killer. And well, again, it depends on your temperament, as I said before, in the things not in to do when you're not depressed video. But I think isolation, maybe for everyone, but definitely for most people, sneaks up on you and can make you feel like you're going a bit mad. It can do that. But if you try and stay calm and busy, then you can be okay, I think, for a bit. Tip 5, last tip, tell yourself it will pass, I just realised how ridiculous this rose looks. Tell yourself your depression or your anxiety or your derealization or your depersonalization or your fear or your envy or your anger or your jealousy or your fantasies of retribution and vengeance whatever they are, they're all human. Don't be ashamed to feel them. You know, acting on them will be bad, some of them, but don't be ashamed to feel them. And that made me lose my thread, repeating those words. Never mind. We jump back on the horse. Tell yourself it will pass. Yes, that was exactly it, wasn't it? I was listing things that will pass. Yeah, all that will pass. And the more you tell yourself it, and the more you have other people tell you it, the more you believe it psychologically, and your brain is literally rewired, and so is your nervous system retuned to the state of mind you're pursuing. If you say to yourself explicitly, I want to heal, and you get other people to say to you, you will heal eventually, you'll be okay. Just ask them to say that to you occasionally. Again, I've failed colossally to live up to this, but can be very, very helpful. And the last point I'll make is that your brain tricks you when you're very depressed into thinking it's eternal and it will last forever and there's no way out, and it's a dark, sewagey swamp with a night sky and bats and vultures and, you know, black-eyed peas and just hell. Just pure hell. Anyway, there you go, guys. Top 5 things to do when you are depressed. I apologise again for the rose, which has now gone right below my chin, so it looks even more ridiculous. But trust me, I'll show you what it looks like without. You know, I've got to try and catch people's eye. You know, competing with some pretty good thumbnail artists. So look at this. It doesn't catch the eye as much as that ridiculous rose. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.